up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight.
हाँ भाई गेम में आओ गेम में। डंडा तुम्हारे बगल में ऑन हो जाए तो। अरे मुझे दिख नहीं रहा यहाँ से। हमारा कौन सा मिशन है भाई? चलते हैं इधर है नॉट का इधर में क्या कर। अरे
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
आरा मिशन कर बहुत ज्यादा है। अब कंप्लीट करके आते हैं इको फेथ आइस। वहाँ पे कोई था, बात हो सकती है, देखता हूँ, हो सकता है। हाँ यहाँ पे हम बात कर सकते हैं। कितने लोग हैं यहाँ पर? कोई है यहाँ पे? तो नहीं दिख रहा मुझे, इधर भी नहीं दिख रहा। तो इधर एक ये बात करके आते हैं। यहाँ से पास पड़ेगा। लैग कर रहा हल्का हल्का सा लैग हुआ। कस्टम कर देते हैं, लोएस्ट कर देते हैं, ठीक है। 60 FPS बस हो गया काम। बस ले भाई जे नहीं चिड़ते हम। हाँ पिन यहीं कहीं पे तेरी आप मेरे बालों को बात कर।
Miss, are those antlers on your head? Wow, they look just like deer antlers. I bet they are. Just like a frozen scion. Yeah. Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know. Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow. Are you also a Moonchanter, Miss?
नहीं मना कर देगी।
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter. Oh, no, wait. Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So, what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers. Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey, my savior's here. Hey, traveler, over here. Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus from a—
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, But if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns. So...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
Oh, no, we're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me.
Oh, thanks for your help, Llama. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. I should have stayed in the library to search for information.
No need to blame yourself. It's fortunate
It's all right. I should have known better.
that we are. Yenfei came to visit us Frostmoon's scions. You're too kind, Yenfei. Although, I do not understand.
The borders of law are essentially... It's a universal law book that
Is that so?
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liu's Adepti, and in exchange, in that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy. No. But now that we have, I pray...
हैं? हाँ वो फिर क्या है आपस में जाते पता नहीं है हाँ तो बढ़िया बात है ना तो अभी पता नहीं तुम्हें पता नहीं है इसके अंदर जाना है ठीक है कौन से सिटी कमरे में इधर नीचे जाना अरे कहाँ उतर गई किधर
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last...
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rarer and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rarer has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail.
बता
Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Plan approved.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby.
और कुछ बोल
The Frostmoon Scions are behind you as well.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait, We can still.
Everyone says things they regret, right?
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the
Okay,
Knights
now
of
my favorite
Favonius.
night of
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work.
Okay.
This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help.
खाने की व्यवस्था
Also,
बैठे हैं लोग
You are
Wait,
the
wait,
last
wait,
person I
wait.
expected to see here in the
ये
story.
भी है मेरी story
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context.
इसका तो ये
My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay.
कितने लोगों को बुलाऊंगा
So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flitz here must be worth a fortune.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else.
Oh, does that mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around?
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nod-Krai is gonna go down the drain.
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me.
ओके भाई
We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kubaki, and then never went and used it all up at once. Never lost so big in my life.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kubaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about
क्या हो
you
गया?
give me your chess set, and we call it even.
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around,
कितनी लंबी बातें
but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
ओके अब हमें कहाँ जाना होगा मैप देख अब इधर ही जाए बाहर वो बच गया बेटा दिखा दो लाइक ऐसा लग रहा है पता नहीं भाई इसकी नाक लाल हो रही है देख पूरा नहीं बस शैडो दूरी के बंद अब जाते बातें करें थोड़ी देर
Dory, how's it going? Feeling ready?
Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity like this slip by?
ठीक है भाई
Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all, even higher than the sellers taking advance orders. Ta-da! See? It's right here!
Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
ओके हाय ब्रो ओके listen I have no idea
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer.
No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them for you.
That's not the full story. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he was the obvious choice.
क्या नाम है तुम्हारा?
Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kaveh for you. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? What's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities? So nosy. My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
My God.
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just...
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate does either way. Huh?
Paimons just...
Well, there always Alice has been more than that. No one knows. Oh, that? Don't be thinking it was my priority. I do say so, and...
बहुत देर से बात कर रहे हैं लोग, खत्म ही नहीं कर रहे। पहला चैप्टर आया है इधर जाके। ठीक है, मैं समझ गया, 1 सेकंड आएगा ऐसा। ये कौन सा भाई मैंने अभी तक ये कौन सा लगा है? अरे इधर खोलेगा ना, मैं भूल जाता हूँ। बस आया भी तो नहीं हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत ही है वो, क्या पता होगा। इधर वो दिखा रहा है, ऑन करें जाके। ये कौन सा एरिया देखा मैंने जो अभी तो मैंने एक्सप्लोर नहीं करा है? करें ऑन जाके। Guys,
Not a bad haul.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly.
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptetyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. Consumed. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. And we cannot fundamentally destroy the ray here of Solnari either.
Oh, it's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, time to kick off the backup.
Oh, I almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right then.
माया आना पड़ेगा.
Hey, not a bad haul.
कितनी बातें करवाओ. कितने सारे लोग भाई.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady. What are you saying?
Within the next 24 hours, We will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nod-Krai. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and sound.
Oh, इसके साथ आई गया मैं इधर ये क्या हो रहा है भाई?
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainslev?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainslev is, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You are more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainslev?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life. Some friendship, that is.
Okay. You see? You're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. Yet even now, they support me, which means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing their help for what it was. And I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully,
Talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
I think
I think they've been listening.
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Wow, yeah, sorry, we are just concerned about you.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Raker of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time,
But
I will seriously consider joining you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that!
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to eventually.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go run and move the others. You know the place. Running late again.
You're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Gwen! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite.
Okay,
I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Sound like such a bad thing?
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. But don't worry. I got enough sleep in the end. I'll be just fine.
Thanks for everything.
Please. I'm just doing my part.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chess set's looking a little
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage at a moment's notice.
Ready.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the option.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
ओके ठीक है भाई ये तो क्या हवा में फाइट करनी ओह
Stay on your toes.
You too.
break.
Yang ini deh, yang ini deh.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
No more lies.
Betray.
Lies? Protect us.
Close your eyes. Observe. Close your eyes.
The truth. The deception ends here. For the everlasting forest. Stay your hand.
Be silent. Break.
They all understand. Can't hide the truth.
Began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
No more lies. Can't hide the
Observe. Be silent. Observe. Fire. When it be as you foretold.
Kita nggak tahu. Kita apa? Kita ada aja. Lihat di mana? Di arah Marte ya, Pak.
Steady now.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Welcome here. Be silent. Close your eyes.
By the craftsman of old.
Go! Wipe out! Be silent. Close your eyes.
Can't hide the truth.
Observe.
Fear the dark.
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. With one heart, we fight. It all ends up.
Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust. others.
No more love.
The moon
Within.
be free.
Can't hide the truth.
Yeah. Feel the hunger now. To dust. Steady now.
No. Can't hide the truth. No more love.
Be silent. Fear the dark.
Mystery unravels.
Your little game of heroics is over. Raise you. Who wants to go first? Get out of my sight!
Second phase, भाई है तो
No, we've been separated. My breath.
You okay?
Never. Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you nothing. No touch. It's always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Mama! Can you hear me? Silence.
I know you're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember the most important task. It's gone too long. The moment will come.
How unfortunate. It all ends up stick within. No more love. The sword. The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. It all ends up.
Hey, keep this up!
Don't push your luck. How unfortunate.
Destroy!
It all adds up. The mystery unravels. The truth. No more lies.
Wipe out!
It all absurd. Speak within.
Yeah!
No more love.
It ends here. It all ends up. Absurd. Can't hide the truth. Mystery unravels. No more love.
Go! Wipe out!
It all ends up. There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Never! Your eyes are bleeding!
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then I will reduce you to dust.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve, let's see them. As entertaining as they are, you've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarir.
Is that what you think? No, it's your turn to fear.
अबे यार फिर खेलना चलो कश्ती ने वाला
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you. What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with it.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You used my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize you don't have the power to hold that gate open?
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
पता करा देते जाके वो देख रहा था
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
Blindness?
It's not too late.
Let me handle it.
ले अपना फोन दे दे
Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever—
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome, and I don't want you to lose your sight for good. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make, whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even see. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan to the— I'll send full details through Yehoda. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nod-Krai. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me—
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing alright, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept the whole day and night.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head.
चल बाहर चलते हैं आजा Before the क्या लिखा है
We're here.
जल्दी फायर निपटा दो
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at it.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Never?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
खत्म हो गया क्या तेल देंगे
We're here.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect.
How are you feeling today?
Much better.
Relieved to hear it.
Yep, we...
Oh wait, where's Never?
How are her eyes?
Nefer's right over... I'm sure she'd love...
I thought of 1,000 ways to congratulate you, but now you're here, words are failing me.
The honorary knight stumped them speechless? What?
Well said. The honorary knight showed us all how it's done. The other knights tell me that I'd like to thank you for supporting the Knights of Favonius, and also for helping us save Nod-Krai.
Don't mention.
Nonsense! Of course I'm gonna mention it. This is more than just business. It's a relationship.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well?
Much better, thanks. Good rest. You look well too.
Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days' rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still...
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet. Make it extra sweet.
Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think?
Oh, my mind.
No,
No.
definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to... Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted person. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped? If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him, and why the other tribes ganged up on him. Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it.
Darkness.
Liars live in the darkness. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. For example,
I have a feeling that people overthink my head.
So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Wow, is that what it looks like? Well, when you find yourself in a situation you can't control, if you understand what's at stake, very good.
Panic's over and we've all calmed down. After all that build-up.
Noise coming.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
ये भाई इधर का अभी बात करनी है इससे ये इधर से बैठ के इधर बैठ गई देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या बातें होती ये तो लुटेरी है
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the academia?
Yes.
Don't come and ask me when you clearly know already.
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term...
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as your...
Huh? Charitable? Who said any...
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nod-Krai, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary.
Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. It was something I looked into, but after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, make a nice little slice for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just...
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long time.
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but my sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye.
It's not everything will fade.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big, beautiful house. You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's...
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Okay. अब आप करें हाँ ओके भाई इसे बात कर लूँ खड़े होके बात करते हैं
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start...
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nod-Krai. We can't thank you enough. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Seriously, great work, everyone. You all out your stuff.
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
इतनी बॉडी तो होनी चाहिए थी इसकी.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? We've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Papa believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of steel. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best. So, instead of looking for a way for this to work, we had, for added security, the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out.
It must have been a painful choice to make.
Absolutely. He was torn between two paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't stress. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar...
अब क्या करना है आगे? देख कौन सा करती ना गया
That's the only reason you're here. Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you. Well, this is a new one. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now. Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers? What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down. If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point? Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door. Will you still invite me to your next tea party? What? Yes, I think you will.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, dear Sandrone.
वाह क्या प्यारी तरीके से बात कर रही है कैचिंग विद अप अ फ्रेंड हो पाया नहीं वो तो गई
Last time the wild hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time? We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
मजा आएंगे
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Stelnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your roll-ups are
spy
fixed, huh?
books afternoon tea so we are interview after all
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it out. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally?
As a friend?
As a friend?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough.
So you were actually meet him?
Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts.
Okay.
I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, if the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappeared like that, would have been such a waste.
So, that's where the formulas in your
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solved for Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of Luna. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect.
and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee heard about his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from... What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream. Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective.
Light kore de. I admire him. I don't know.
Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing in common, after all. You both want to be the savior. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his... well, he wasn't the one who made it come true. Heidi, nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it, having seen the way it had affected his closest friend. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nod-Krai Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nod-Krai Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nod-Krai Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with it. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. And that is the story of two people from the Nod-Krai Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright, and I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore them, or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves, but instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is... You don't know?
Yeah.
I guess that's a fair answer. At least you're not trying. Alain was much more straightforward about it. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. Yes, it's enough. That was all he said before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode.
माना खत्म अब मत दे मैं थोड़ा सा ओके अभी भी है नॉड-क्राई का है कैसे मैं ना कर रहा चल ये काम है कोई और नहीं है क्या मशीन ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है ना कर रहा है पता नहीं कौन सा वाला एक्ट 1 करना पड़ेगा मुझे उसके लिए ठीक है भाई ये मेरा मिशन ऊपर पे जाना पड़ेगा और ये मिशन पे कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ कंप्लीट नहीं करके दिया वो हो गया भाई इससे ज़्यादा नहीं करना देर से कर रहा हूँ से पिछले बात क्या बात करनी है इससे अभी तक खत्म नहीं करके दिया क्या इसने अभी तक इतना लंबा चौड़ा मिशन ये कंप्लीट है भाई, क्या भाई कंप्लीट। मेडिकल पे भी नाम दे दो तो मिल जाती है। वो दे रहा और कोई है यहाँ पे? नेटलैंड का है, लैंडर का कौन सा ये वाला मिशन है? ओके ये वाला है जो अभी करा नहीं है, करूँगा बात। नॉट का ये वाला तो नहीं करने वाला मैं पक्का। और कम मारना लगा वैसे 50 मिलना है इस पे 50। यहाँ पे तो कुछ भी नहीं है वे लो, यहाँ पे 40 है, यहाँ पे 20। ये तो बाद में खुलेगा कह रहा है। ये है जी कहाँ पे है देखो। हाँ जी कहाँ पे है ये? ये भाई अरे ढोलक तो नहीं बजाना है यहाँ पे अभी। इसको तो 5 ही बस। अरे भाई ये तो एक करते हैं। तो मैं 2 घंटा कर दिया मिशन, 180 मीटर है, 180 मीटर 2 मिशन हल कर दिए मैंने। गोली मारेगा यस। ये कैसे मार रहा है? Right.
More like it.
वो लगनी ना पिट जाएगी यार। ये अगर ये यहाँ पे बच्चे डरी हुई है। ओ भाई ये तो मार भी देता है ना। हो गया कंप्लीट? वाह, नाइस, मैंने कर दिया। ये भी कंप्लीट कर दिया मैंने मिशन। और कितने बचे हैं? देते जा, मैं तो खत्म करते जाऊंगा। इधर भी फोड़ना है? ऊपर अंकल बैठे हैं। वो वहां से गोली मार रहा भाई। हेलो, वो दे रहा।
Did that grow out of the ground?
इसे मारने का चुपता है। क्या हो गया? अरे कितने सारे गोली मारेगा। ये तेरा वाला हूँ। पड़ी यार कि मारे भी कितने। और क्या है? ओके, वो तो मुझे पता है। आप पता आ रहा है वाले पहले ही। अभी ये तो बता, इसको मार क्या फिर? ठीक है भाई, ये तो बताएंगे। बीमार पड़ता है तो पतला ही होता है। ये तो बक बक बहुत होती है। कुछ और है नहीं इनके जल्द लेते हो जाओ। कहाँ भाग रहा है ये महाराज? ठीक है, तीनों इकट्ठे कर दिए मैंने। चलो जब पूरा बंद करा जब गोली मारता रहता है। क्या हो गया ये? शकल क्यों बना रही है गलत ऐप की? कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुई यहाँ पे। ये मत कहना पकड़ने मुझे जाना पड़ता है। अबे तेरा भला हो, लड़की मुझे गड़बड़ लगी एकदम। गलती करी है। क्या हो गया भाई? कहाँ पता नहीं तुम्हें? तेरा भला हो यार। खोल दिया भाई। बकरे करना तो भाई ऐसा लगता है। काम आ गया। क्या करना है यहाँ पर? यहाँ पे और भी है इसके दोस्त हैं ना। ये वो बड़ा बना
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
भाई अब ले ठीक है। और भी कुछ करना है यहाँ पे? ऊपर रखना पड़ेगा। इधर आ गया। अब नेक्स्ट का घोंसला ढूंढना पड़ेगा कहाँ? चल वो तो बंद हुआ बाहर का। के पीछे से होल बहुत कर लेते हैं। अरे बहुत बकबक है इनकी गेम में। मैं तो देखता हूँ। वो क्या? ठीक है ठीक है। ओके अब से मत कहना। अब मैं इसे ढूंढ के लाऊं। कोशिश करूँगा क्या करना देखते हैं। अरे उधर है ठीक है। मतलब मट्टी मारता कत्ता। क्या कहती है? अरे भैया बम रहे तेरे में मुझे और बनना है जगह पूरा कुछ कितना दे मारते बोले थे हाँ
Something to add to my collection.
फिर अपना काम बनता है ये लोग जाए अपने काम ये वाला मैंने करती है यहाँ पर क्या करना चाहिए इधर का एरिया तो निपटा सकता हूँ है ना। अब देखते हैं क्या करना है आगे नेक्स्ट। जो 300 मीटर पे एक बार दिखा रहा है ये वाला भी करके आते हैं जल्दी से खत्म करके आते हैं। ये भी खत्म कर देंगे। 2 डिब्बे खुल गए सबरे नहीं खुल जाएंगे जब तक मैं छूंगा भी नहीं। खरीदिए मशीन का ये ऑटोमेटिकली चालू हो गई ये तो वही मशीन है। तो वही लोग हैं अभी तो इनका मैच करी थी आ गए यहाँ तो मैं ओके ये नीचे करना क्यों कंप्लीट पे ये आ गए गुंडागर्दी करने यहाँ पे पिटाई करनी पड़ेगी मुझे। कितने गुंडागर्दी करना कुछ नहीं पता नहीं है।
Change of plan.
क्या बात मशीन तो अच्छी है कुछ सामने रहने की मशीन पूरी। अब आप वो दिख रहा था अभी और भी करना है भाई। हेलो आया ना
Rev the engines!
अबे तेरा वाला हो वहाँ पे भी है एक करके आता कदम करते हैं वो भी ये भी एक है खत्म करते हैं। पेड़ पे चढ़ने का ऑप्शन दो यार। हाँ डिस्ट्रैक्ट क्यों? इधर नहीं हुआ है। क्या है? हाउ दे रहे हो तुम?
Ride with the sun!
Cheap shot!
Light of the blazing sun! Full throttle!
Hey, not a bad haul.
You're clear of other people.
क्या करना करे बता। ये मैं स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकता। आयन से तो बात कर देता हूँ। अबे क्यों हो रही है इतना? ये तो चालू नहीं हो रहा तो मैं उसको कहता हूँ। भैया मैं समझ रहा हूँ ज़्यादा बात। तब भी मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा। समझने की नहीं पा रहा। वो इस पर टारगेट करना है। ओके ले टारगेट करना है यहाँ। यस हो गया ना काम। क्या कहते थे? हो जाएगा मुझे नहीं लग रहा हो जाएगा। ये है फिर टारगेट। ये है तो वो सामने को देख लें। अरे पूरा रीसेट मत कर देना। तो लग रहा पहले अजय करना पड़ेगा। ये वो नहीं बना। ये दिखा रहा है जैसे तो आएगा नहीं इधर। अरे वो चैलेंज छोड़ देगा। ये जो मैं करना चाहता। खत्म हो गया। अबे और भी है अभी तो। तेरा करना हो रही है। अजय क्या करवा देंगे क्या ये? भाई पूरा मिस्त्री बना दिया मुझे। तू साले मशीन कैसे लेके आया था जो बता। पहले आर्ट को सही करना। आर्ट दिखनी भी तो चाहिए कैसी होती है। स्टार्ट करने का ऑप्शन दे रहा भाई। पहला क्या तो नहीं तक नहीं है। नहीं तो दोनों में अब एक और मत है जो एक और लेकर जा रहा है। सारे करवा देगा क्या? धीरे धीरे
Now it's your turn.
Sisters, a new midnight for all. So quiet.
वो अपना वो लेके आएगा स्टूडेंट।
You've earned yourself a reward.
मैं तो मार दिया मैं बेस को लेके जाना पड़ेगा। करना क्या है बता। ये तो है ठीक है। इधर रखता हूँ इसको मैं रख दूँगा करा लिए इतने मुझसे काम और मच गई भाई और मच गया फिर आ गए ये अरे ना चलना भाई क्या भी चलना मशीन लड़वे चली गई कल मशीन ही उनकी साइड चली गई मशीन को ले गए वो भाई मैं पता ही नहीं था पक्के ले रहे हैं मेरे को मैसेज पाकिस्तान की मैं कब क्या करके रखी है मुझे मशीन से मत लड़वा देना भाई क्या कर अरे पैक क्यों मारेगा ना नहीं मुझे जाना कहाँ है जाएगा ना ऐसे यहाँ पे जाएंगे ठीक है हमें सामान भी तो लगाना पड़ेगा बहुत है क्या
Running late again.
ये क्या गेट उसका सब तो ये लगा रहा था यहाँ पर वो सिस्टम है बेटा वही तो नहीं हुआ था बिल्कुल मेरे को पता क्या करना है ओके ठीक है मैं समझ गया क्या करना है जाते हैं मुझे मुझे पता भाई क्या करना है मुझे मालूम है क्या करना है अच्छा ये मत कह देना उससे हटेगा
Back this time. Don't send.
Something to add to my collection.
पावर आती है ना जेल ये आ गई अगर मैं मारूंगा तो वो फिर से गिरेगा नहीं खींचा मेरा
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Okay, nice. सही डाल देते थोड़ा बहुत 5 मिनट पे किताब है भाई देख लो वीडियो का ये वाले इनको तो वो देख मुझे ये रख लेकिन वाले को मिलेगा ये थोड़ी बहुत कम होती है काफी देर से इसका मिशन कर रहा हूँ ये तेरा मशीन अंदर ले गए वाह कब्जे में ले लिया भाई ये तो अंदर पूरी विंग है मुझे तो वो खतरनाक रेडी लग रही है अरे क्या एक्शन दे रही है भाई फालतू के ये कबाड़ में ना डालते उसे ये लग रहा है कबाड़ बनाना चाहिए अरे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कर सकता नीचे जाना पड़ेगा इसको लेने के अरे भैया क्या खुल जाना पड़ेगा नीचे जाना क्या तब वो तो लग रहा है कि धक्का मार दिया तुमने ऐसे पता चल गया अब भी फाइट करेगी कोई टेंशन नहीं बिल्डिंग में कोई टेंशन तो चलना है इसके भी जान ठीक है चल जल्दी बड़ा स्लो है भाई तेरा बल्ला क्या है देखा भी मारता है
What a waste of time!
क्या कर रही है कुछ गड़बड़ ना कर दे पता चले ये मिली हुई मिले देखते हैं होता है ऐसा तो क्या उसके साथ क्या करना है फाइंड दी बैकअप ओके बैकअप किधर है मुझे कैसे बताओगे बैकअप किधर है इधर जाओ नीचे 2-3 को दिए हैं इधर
keep them. I no longer need offerings.
अच्छा जी इतनी अमीर हो गई इतना छोड़ दिया आपको तो ये था नोट मिला यहाँ से चलिए तो बहुत ही जल्दी चलो छोड़ दिया इसका ये रोबोट कुछ भी हो गया रोबोट मेरा इनका सॉरी मैं अपना बता रहा था बहुत है भाई रोबोट तो भाई इंजन सब लगे हुए हैं इसमें नाइस बाद में एक्सप्लोर करेंगे
Taking shelter and listening to the rain cleanse the earth. Taking the sky is clear again. We should be. We'll just...
80 का लगा दिया मैंने ज़्यादा हैवी तो नहीं करती मैंने
I cringe you will find me. Light it up.
Switching gears. Full throttle!
ये चलेंगे तो एक को दे इस टाइम में करेंगे दिखा दे और एक शीट चाहिए एक शीट दे देंगे
Wait.
उसको हमारा जे मिले हैं 2 वो भी 80 पे 2 मिलते हैं 90 पे 3 मिलते हैं ओके मैं समझ गया हूँ चाहिए उसे को बिल्ड करना है इसके लिए ही लग रहे हैं ये
Where do we come from?
घर का कहाँ है इसके लिए वो कहाँ से है तेरा भला हो रे तो बिल्ड करने देगा नहीं पहले अपने ये बिल्ड कर लूँ कॉलम ये चाहिए ये कहाँ पे मिलेगा है भी चल ले आते लंबी ना बिल्ड कर ले पहले वाली एक सेकंड रुकिए आ गया थोड़ा अपने आप को अपग्रेड कर लो अपग्रेड करो मैं बहुत सा सामान मिला है मैं दे दूँ आ जा बहुत सारा कर रहा है काम मेरे पास ये हैं पड़े हुए चेक अच्छा जी मुझे मिल गया अब बॉल मिलेगी और जी मिलेगी मैंने पट्टे नहीं करूँगा अच्छा जी 2 मैंने 3 मिशन ले रहे हैं क्या है
Save me.
ठीक है
Save me.
So much of their bodies.
खा रहे हैं ठीक है यहाँ भी नहीं क्या कुछ लाइट खोल दो तो कैसा रहेगा Nod-Krai.
No way, that's surely not gonna be a human. Even your head's mechanical, then.
इसके भी 3 है। एक मत बातें करो।
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. Phew.
Hey, not a bad haul.
Running late again.
Hey, not a bad haul. The rewards of an invention worth remembering.
ऊपर नीचे होते थे सब ना प्राइस। हाँ, कभी 10 रुपया हुआ, कभी वापस कर दिया। ₹200 से ऊपर का था। सीट पे पड़ गई। तो आया तो बहुत महंगा है।
Converge.
Wait.
Completed right challenge. कितना हो गया मेरा? 86 बस. क्या कर रही हो? अच्छा आ रहा है क्या? ऑल आउट लगा नहीं है क्या? पता तेरा काम क्या था? 10 अभी मिशन बाकी रहे हैं. जो कर लो मेथड जो कौन सा है? देर से नहीं गए यार. लगा of the event. ये ठीक है जाते हैं यहाँ पे. यहाँ से दिखते हैं क्या बोल रहे हैं? सिमरू दिख रहा है यहाँ से पर फाउंटेन नहीं दिख रहा. इधर तो कुछ है ही नहीं बच्चे. ये है वो उड़ने वाला. बताओ टूटा हुआ वो मकान. मकान है अंडरग्राउंड है. दबा दिया इसमें तो पूरी चढ़ने के लिए. सिमरू यहाँ से दिख रहा सिमरू और तुम्हारे रेगिस्तान वाला इलाका और वो तुम्हारा फाउंटेन नेटलैंड. ना पीछे कुछ वो है क्या बॉक्स वगैरह? कुछ है क्या इधर? अंदर जाने का ऑप्शन है? नहीं अंदर नहीं है इसको. पूरी पूरी बेकार लगता है। तो कोई बाग बाग वगैरह किसी से मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे जाके दादी से। दादी कहाँ पे है ये तो बताओ। अच्छा यहाँ पे कोई दादी है। ओके इधर कोई दादी है यहाँ पे बीच में। इधर की साइड दादी बैठी हैं बात करके आती हैं। क्या चाहिए उनको कौन सी पिटाई मांग रही हैं। जल्दी से तोड़ आता हूँ 2 मिनट लगेंगे जहाँ पे किधर है ये बाबा ये था। जल्दी आजा भैया कौन है यहाँ पे आजा। पूरे मार डाली रे भैया लड़कों ने मार डाली। भाई इसने तो हाथ मार दिए ज्यादा हैवी हो रहा है। ओए
Someone else.
कहाँ पे हुआ है उसने फिर। ओ भाई यहाँ पे गेट गिर गया। पहले तो अपने आप को रिपेयर करके आओ दोबारा। इतनी बड़ी फाइट हो गई। अरे यार अरे वहाँ का बता रहा वहाँ नहीं जाना अभी इधर पास में जाना है। पास में ये रात तुम आपकी रह गए। क्या बातें करनी है इनको अम्मा से। इतनी लंबी चौड़ी बातें करवा रही है। भाई कितना लंबा बातें चीत कर रहा है। छोड़ दे अम्मा को जाना होगा उन्हें कहीं। ये पानी लेके जाना है।
Steer clear of other people.
Complete. इसी में नीचे वाला हूँ। और बोलता हूँ अब उसे मानना है क्या? तेरा बना
Ride with the sun! Light is the flaming sun!
mechanical problem. अरे यार क्या करना था यहाँ पे मानना ही तो था अबे तेरा वाला मानना नहीं था क्या बताने की ना अब और कुछ तो नहीं चाहिए लॉक कर दिया भाई कंप्लीट उफ फिर एक और मिशन है क्या यहाँ पे ये मिशन कितने देता है भाई यहाँ का मिशन खत्म नहीं हो गया देता है तो मैंने अभी चला था क्या क्यों कराता हूँ कितने मिशन करने पड़ेंगे भैया ये तो और मिल गए भाई नहीं बिल्ली वो है अभी। ये मैंने कर दिया कंप्लीट इसका मिशन। चलते हैं। मेरे कैथरीन भाई।
Ad Astro. Thank you for Ad Astro.
ठीक है, जहाँ से जो हो गया अब मैं जाता हूँ वहाँ पे। यहाँ पे भी तो एक मिशन था शायद, मैंने कर लिया क्या वाला? Okay. कोलम में यहाँ पे उस पे चलते हैं। अरे भाई खतरनाक बना दिया था मैंने। अब इसको कौन मारना मेरे को? डॉक्टर? है कहाँ पे ये मत कहना यहाँ पे डॉक्टर विक्टर को मारना है। अबे तेरा वाला लोकेशन नहीं बताया इन लोगों ने। हैं? अबे डॉक्टर विक्टर कहाँ है? डॉक्टर कह रहा हूँ। ये एक डे ले लूँगा। उसके बाद चलते हैं। कौन सी जगह है वो तुम्हारी? कौन सी जगह है? अरे तेरा पत्ता पहुँचाते हैं जल्दी से। 5 मिनट 5 मिनट। अरे भाई ये तो मेरा मेंशन उड़ गया। हेलो अच्छा बड़ा कर दिया लोगों ने। अच्छा लेवल को लिया मेरा लेवल को लिया। अरे कहीं ना बन जाए।
Maybe.
ठीक है। अभी नहीं मेरे पास सामान। लगा देता फिर भी कुछ। कम हो जाएंगे तो कम करेंगे ये लोग। ये करके देख रहा हूँ। अरे कहाँ है? और बना के देखते हैं। हाँ 10 मिनट दो 10 मिनट दो। करता है तुम्हें बस की? सब है बस की तो दो। ऐसे पकड़ के ऐसे मोड़ दो। ये लो खेल लो। और कहाँ से मंगाना? पैसा भी तो दे गया और क्या ले? याद है तो क्या पैसा कर लें दो को भी मार के आता है इसे खत्म करके आता हूँ सभी कमीने को आ जाओ 8 बजे तो उठाऊँ मैं और क्या 8 ये तो अच्छी तरह मार रहा था कितने पॉइंट तो बने 60 दो जनों को मिला भाई क्या मिला क्रिक्का मिला 3 का अरे ये तो मैं खोल दूंगा। ओके ये ले, ये इधर इधर ही कुछ है, इधर तो कुछ नहीं है। तू कर। खुल गया, इधर का खुल गया, इधर का खुल गया। ऊपर का खुला है। ये कितने दरवाजे हैं सके? मुझे कहाँ आना है? यस चाय। अभी आगे चला जाता हूँ। नीचे जाकर हैं। अच्छा इनको मैं क्या करना है? करी नहीं करी इसको जाकर तू जा। इधर का खुल गया। नाइस। ले भाई
You keep them. I no longer need offerings.
ले भाई तू ही रख। ये मुझे और एक आपके वो नहीं है ना, दूसरा वाला ही लगा दो। दूसरा रखा है वो देखो। हाँ पंखा चला दो। आज तो चला ही नहीं है पंखा। आराम से रात में लेट, इतने लेट आए थे। अरे 8 बज रहे नहीं कौन है ये लोग? साढ़े 8 बजे आए थे। फ्री है ना? फ्री फ्री फ्री। पहाड़ है वहाँ पे, तो वहाँ पे अंदर जाने का रास्ता है। देखते हैं वो क्या है। अरे बकरी मैं कर। ओके यहाँ पे ये है। अबे तू कहाँ से आ गया? तो पक्के बैठा था क्या कमी में? आ जा, देखो नहीं मुझे।
Right with the sun. Oh! Am I still weak?
The hard work is paying off, as it should.
और भी करना है क्या? ठीक है। हाँ रियली देखनी है। ये देखो
Are these edible? Running late again. Are these edible?
थ्रो मार रहा है ना।
So shiny!
कौन ले रहा है? पाँच हो गए। इतनी ऊपर क्या कर रही है बैठ के? वहाँ क्यों बैठी है? कोई नहीं। ये तो पहला भी नहीं करा ना दूसरा। 5 रीजन है, 3 है वो, 3 कंप्लीट कर देंगे पहला। उसके बाद चढ़ता रह जाऊंगा। चढ़ूंगा ही तो। छोड़ के अपने आप निकालना आ गई तो
You seem tired. Is this place too high up? Maybe installing a ladder would help.
अरे बहुत हालत खराब हो गई। एक सीढ़ी बना ले पीछे से चढ़ने की।
You seem tired. Is this place too high up?
Yes.
Maybe installing a ladder would help.
मजे कर रही है। क्या पैर जगह पे कल होगा भाई हाइट। ठीक है भाई, मजे करते हो, हम जाते हैं आते हैं। एक दो लगे हैं वो।
Did that grow out of the ground?
तीन दो कभी जाए कोई तो ये क्या कर रहे हैं आप? विंडो निकाल यहाँ का। तो मैंने अभी करा था तो पहले देख भाई मैं पता तो मैंने 2 दिन बच रहे हैं। जितना मेरा ये बच रहा है, ये बच रहा है, ये बच रहा है, ये बच रहा है, ये हो गया है। अभी और करेंगे। जब इसका लेवल ही नहीं बढ़ा तो कैसे बढ़ेगा? कितनी ध्यान भी नहीं दिया मैंने। बढ़ सकती है क्या? ऐसे बढ़ा तो मार के आना पड़ेगा। कहाँ पे हमको अभी मारेंगे बाद, अभी नहीं। मिजो की तो ये करेंगे बाद में। अभी मिजो की के लिए मुँह ना वो तो कभी मैंने अपग्रेड करा ही नहीं चाहिए। मना किया मोना कह रही होगी मुझे अपग्रेड नहीं करता जैसा। इसके लिए जी वाला कहाँ पे मिल सकता है देखियो। अच्छा इसको मानना पड़ेगा। ओके ट्राई करेंगे मानने का। और कौन है मेरे पे? आर्ले के लिए मैंने कोई टाइम बढ़ा ही नहीं। तो छोटे पे मार के चली जाती है। ये भी अपडेट कर दे रहा हूँ उसका। बढ़ गया इसका। पहला पड़ेगा 62 का, फिर 48 का, फिर 70 का, 77 का। चार्ज अटैक पड़ेगा 53 कर ले। जी बनाना है इसके लिए डॉक्टर चाहिए, डॉक्टर पता नहीं कहाँ पड़ता तो करना है इसका अपग्रेड। ये चाहिए कल इसका करेंगे वेपन अपग्रेड 40 का भाई। ये बहुत डैमेज बढ़ा देगा मेरा। अटैक बेस अटैक 240 का तभी कम दे रही और देगी 49 से, यानी कितना आगे चला जाएगा। आपका भाई वो इलेक्ट्रो बोनस भी देती है संग में। रेडी करते हैं ये। इसके लिए नहीं मिलने वाले, इसके लिए मिल रहा है, इसके लिए मिल सकते तो मैंने ले दिया था। जीन के देख रही क्या चाहिए। नहीं ये नहीं है। ये भी नहीं है। ये कहाँ मिला है? ये चाहिए। ये भी नहीं। और क्या है ये? देखते हैं मिलती है कि नहीं।
Greetings. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of
नहीं चाहिए तू
Favonius
दलिया,
and
मुझे नहीं
Herald
चाहिए
of...
दलिया। अच्छा ये मिल गई है। वो साफ साफ ऊपर दिख रही है। ये दलिया मिल गया, पर से मुझे दलिया नहीं चाहिए। ए भाई दलिया तू क्यों आया है यार? अच्छा पहली बार मिला दलिया, मुझे लगा दलिया मिल गया पहले।
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it.
बैठ जा, बातें करवा लो। अब मेरी पीटी कितनी हो गई भाई? हेलो दिखा दो भाई पीटी। अरे मिलने तो वाला भाई। वही गया, कहाँ है? देखिए लास्ट है बस पीटी आएगी यहाँ ले।
So,
चलो पहाड़ा में चलते कल मिलते हैं, कल आके करते हैं, कल का वो करते हैं डॉक्टर से मिलते हैं। जो हमारा एक्ट कौन सा एक्ट 5 रह गया, एक्ट 5 पे हूँ मैं, एक्ट 5 करूँगा ये वाला। एक्ट 5 रह गया, ये वाला करेंगे फिर देखते हैं क्या करना है। टैको का भी रह गया, ये भी रह गया, एक्ट 5 पे भाई भाई चढ़ा। कोई है अभी जो देख रहा है मुझे? जहाँ सब जा चुके हैं। है क्या कोई? हेलो, कोई है कि नहीं? एनीवन एनीवन? मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया, जो भी आया था सॉरी भाई, सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी, मैंने देखा नहीं बिल्कुल भी, मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि कोई आया है, मुझे लगा कोई नहीं है इसलिए मैंने वो कर दिया। जो कोई भी आया सॉरी भाई, मैं देख नहीं पाया, सॉरी। अगले चाहे मैं कोशिश करूँगा कल सही कर लूँ। ओके सॉरी गाइस, सॉरी जो भी आया हो, मुझे सही में बहुत बुरा लग रहा है ये देख के, तो सॉरी सॉरी गाइस, सॉरी सॉरी गाइस, जो भी आया बस मैं माफ़ी मांगना चाहूँगा, बस जो भी आया मैं देख नहीं पाया उसके लिए। है नहीं, शायद शायद चले गए। अरे यार, मैं नोटिफिकेशन ऑन करूँगा ये कल, मैं गुस्सा करके ये नोटिफिकेशन सही करवाऊँगा अपना। ठीक है गाइस, सॉरी मैं जो भी नहीं देख पाया, बाय बाय।